What's up, everyone? This is Marcus at TradeSmith, and today I'm going to show you a new program that I've started called Warrior Trading Pro, and that is a program that I am in, been doing for 6 weeks, and I'm going to show you exactly what I plan to do with this small account challenge. So today was a wild day, a roller coaster of a day. So I had to work and I had a lot of meetings, but in my meetings I found myself looking at my phone, looking at my laptop, and even had a monitor on the side since I was on conference calls, looking at KODK. And I had a case of the serious FOMO. And if you don't know what FOMO means, it means the fear of missing out. I definitely had an emotional response today to that stock because yesterday, that is the stock that I was up $214 in 3 seconds. And I was down $231 in 3 seconds. So that's the stock that really did me really well, but did me really bad yesterday. And since I'm trading a small account, one advice to anyone that's trading a small account, you don't want to trade stocks that are a certain price. Try to stay away from stocks definitely over $10, even $15. Try to be careful. But today it seemed like on the high day Momo scanner as well as the Gap scanner, it seems like only $14-15 stocks, stocks above $10 were on the list. So I had to make a quick decision and I had to go really small and trade. And I had to only be very selective, and because I was very distracted and wanted to focus more so on work today, I had to only take one little trade, and I only got $55 on KNDI. So, but everyone talked today about KODK, and that's something that even while I was on one of my conference calls, another colleague of mine was actually looking at the same stock, and I didn't even know that they traded, but they are also new to day trading, and they brought up that they saw they've been watching KODK. So Kodak is the company that yesterday it definitely made some big moves, but today it just was a roller coaster of a ride. It was definitely, even in the pre-market, it had some a little bit of a rise again, and then we noticed that it definitely came and opened, had a little pop-up, pull back, which I was expecting it to start fading, but all of a sudden when it was here around $17 in a matter, and this is a 1 minute chart, so I know that doesn't sound real, but this is a 1 minute chart. So in a matter of like 10-15 minutes, it went from that $17 all the way up to like $60. Well, I would say, yeah, it was just crazy. So we were watching it, and during this time I was actually in a meeting. I had to just even make a comment during the meeting because I was like, wow, I felt FOMO. And that was the first time that, I'm not going to say I never had FOMO before, but that was the first time that it had me emotionally gridlocked during the meeting, and I had to just stop and look. So I think one thing that is real is if you're definitely doing a small account challenge, don't cave into the FOMO. No matter how you feel, just remember that fear is an emotion. And that's one thing I always talk about in the market. You're always going to have 3 emotions, and you don't have to be an emotional trader. You have to just train yourself out of it. But it's definitely going to be fear, there's greed, and then there's uncertainty. So when those emotions begin to kick in, you will find yourself in certain levels of it, but you have to find out how to get your way out of it, or how to pull your way out of it. So definitely, Kodak definitely had that article that came out with, they got a major government loan, and you're starting to see these news feeds that come in. I know I have FinViz, and FinViz, I'll see, all these news articles come in, and I'm seeing, okay, some of these items are really pulling me in. Then I'll definitely see something that is related to Kodak. You may see an article similar to this that was related to Kodak, that, you see, tackling the pandemic. Donald Trump announced a historic $765 million deal with Kodak. So just that is a major headline, and it's related to COVID-19. So it was like this trifecta thing that was going on. And I just said, in your mind, you say, what they have is better than what I have. What they're gaining is something that I don't have. So I'm going to dedicate this recap. Just before I let you go, I'm going to dedicate this one to URCO, which is a company that I do work for. We talk about fear. And one thing that we have here, I dedicate this to the Kodak FOMO. And with TradeSmith, I do this again as a hobby, but my day job, we work at URCO, which is the company that I do software development for. But the product is, it definitely deals with people being the CEO of their life. And one of them, of course, I can't show you all their material, but one area that I feel that is really great is we talk about fear, and that the fear of missing out on something better. That's the key. It doesn't have to be where you're looking at it is better than what you have. So, of course, the way that you have to deal with this is what URCO talks about. So how do you overcome fear? So overcoming that fear that you're missing out on something better, how do you do that? So you have to learn how to understand what is, URCO is great because they talk about the fear, and that's a villain. So that's an emotional villain, but there's a hero that's on the other side of that. So how do you deal? What's the opposite of fear? What is something that is going to help you get out of that? And really it's learning how to encourage yourself. And the way you do that is take power away from fear by learning how to focus on making good decisions and make something out of whatever you have. So that means you have to look at what you have and encourage yourself and say, yeah, I know that I may not be getting this $5,000 rip that is here, but you have to learn how to, go through that process and focus on making good decisions. Understand that when fear has you, you're not going to make good decisions. It's really going to, and even fear leads into greed sometimes because you're fearing that you're going to miss out and you're trying to run under that bull, so to speak, and just get a piece of it. And then you realize that, greed start kicking in. When greed kicks in, you're either buying higher on high. This stock was gapping. I think it gapped like 3 or 4 times. And you'll get in, you'll find yourself hitting the buy button right when it's going into a halt, and understanding that you got a lot of new traders that are out there. They don't know what's going on. And when that halt happens, you got retail traders that are brand new. They're going to hit the sell button. And that's exactly what happened to that stock when it topped out. You saw that, right when it dropped out here, you saw that it ripped higher and it was gapping. And you can see there's a gap here, gap here, gap here, gap here. And it went up, and then all of a sudden it did halt. Then all of a sudden it's just started gapping down. And then it got to the point where it just completely flushed. So that's definitely a good day today. I have to give myself a double win. I think it's more than what I even lost yesterday because I did not trade on that. So I'm definitely happy that I did not fall victim to FOMO, and I decided to hold back and stick to the small account challenge. So this is a video, again, I would dedicate that to URCO because URCO is an area that I work in, a company that I work for. And we focus on you being the CEO of your business, of your money, of your health, of your career. We just focus on some of those enemies. And we talk about not only just fear, but we talk about other enemies. Those are some of the items that we do go over. And definitely, if you get a chance, check out urco.com. I had a great day just trading in my small account challenge and focusing on my $55 win. Small win today. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to, see if something else happened and gain another momentum stock and stick to the best and leave the rest. So again, if you're first time here, please, this is a new channel, like and subscribe, and we'll definitely be back giving you more content that you can use. This is a new channel. For more tips and tricks on trading technology, hit the like button and go to tradesmith.io.